Okay, folks, it's time to Bud Light some people. And one of those people is the organization called the National Basketball Association, the NBA. Two head coaches. These are not kids straight out of college. These are not basketball players. They're not players on the roster. These are coaches who are old enough to know better, went on national television and charged our hard-working, dedicated, committed warrior, poet, patriot law enforcement officers of MURDER, of this ridiculous, deranged lunatic who tried to run over. I debunked the entire video in a previous video. If you haven't seen that, go to my channel and check it out. I'm also going to share with you brand new footage that just came out that proves without a shadow of a doubt that she wasn't scared for her life. She wasn't just trying to go home. She wasn't just trying to escape. She wasn't just gentle, innocent little lamb. The Democrats always side with the thugs, always side with the terrorists. I'm going to share with you these two interviews as well as a press conference clip that's going to blow your mind in Portland. And I'm also going to share with you how you have made a difference. You have made a difference watching this right now, my fellow patriots, my fellow lovers of liberty and freedom, not just here in our amazing best country ever known to mankind, the United States of America, but you who are watching all over the world, Australia, Canada, UK, Africa, Europe, Asia. I'm going to share with you how you've made a difference, and then stick around to the end. A little sunlight poured into your dome. We have some excellent news about the success of our mission here to make common sense go viral. But first, as the media continues to fail the American people in their reporting on the events in Minneapolis, you will get no such failure here on our show. Here is new evidence. I'm going to share this clip with you. This is a new cell phone footage of somebody in their home who filmed the entire scene that shows the anti-ICE agitator, Renee Good, was stalking and impeding law enforcement operation over the course of the entire morning. So she's blocking the street. She was there for 45 minutes. She's dancing in her car. Wait till you see this. The evidence speaks for itself. She's honking the entire time. Wait till you see the camera panel. Ladies and gentlemen, there is our phone. Look at her. She's dancing in the car. Does that look like somebody who's scared? You guys see that? She's like, ooh, look at me. I'm a protester. I don't have a job. I don't have a life. I hate law enforcement. Here, you know what? I posted this on X. I just want to say this right now. Let me know what you think of this. Guys, first of all, committing any kind of crime against law enforcement officer, you deserve the worst of the worst of the worst, because these guys are our dedicated soldiers, our warrior, poet, patriots who are helping us, keeping our streets safe. Here's the deal. I'll make a deal with you. You can support the assault of law enforcement officers, but you can never, you are banned for life from ever calling any emergency services, including 911, ever again. Is that a deal? Let me know in the comments down below if you think that's a good deal or not. You can support it. You want to support abolishing ICE and getting rid of ICE and attacking ICE and you can. I'll let you do that. But guess what? It comes at a cost. You have to pay the price, right? So we won't arrest you. We won't jail you unless you obviously commit a crime. But you're banned for life. You can never call the police for any emergency. You can never call 911. Let me know if you think that's a good deal in the comments down below. And if you're watching this, you want to take me up on that deal, let me know. I'll pass your word along to the amazing news I'm about to share with you at the end. Stick around. Check this out, though. Here is Steve Cranium Cracked Kerr. Now, after seeing that footage in context, check this out. It's so egregious. And I think lawsuits should be demanded. The Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr appeared on national television behind the Golden State Warriors logo, and he had this to say about our hardworking law enforcement officers. Watch.
Well, I'm glad that the Timberwolves, recognized her life and the tragic nature of her death. And it's shameful, really, that in our country we can have law enforcement officers who commit murder and seemingly get away with it. It's shameful that the government can come out and lie about what happened when there's video and witnesses who have all come out and disputed what the government is saying. So very demoralizing, devastating to lose anyone's life, especially in that matter. So it's terribly sad for her family, for her, and for that city. And I'm glad the Timberwolves came out and expressed that sadness.
So just like that ridiculous Jacob Fried Egg Brain Frey, the mayor of Minneapolis, before we even knew what in the world was going on, before any angles of this video even came out, before the police tape had barely been drawn, he charged our law enforcement officers who were already traumatized, 1,300% increase in violent attacks, assaults, death threats, etc., etc. He charged them with murder. And now you've got, who cares what Steve Kerr thinks about anything? What happened? Remember when Elvis was asked in that 1975 press conference? He said, what do you think about Richard Nixon? He says, ma'am, oh God, I miss the good old days. Treat me like a fool, treat me mean and cruel, but love me. Okay, I stop. I'll digress. I love you, Elvis is the best of all time. The king. Don't dispute me on that, y'all. But he was asked in that 1975 press conference at Madison Square Garden, what do you think about Nixon? And in his gentle Southern drawl, he said, ma'am, I just would rather keep that to myself. I'm an entertainer. And I just, I don't think it's really my place to talk about those things. And she went on to say, do you think other entertainers should do the same thing? He said, no, that's just my personal belief. How dare you? How dare you? You're again, LeBron James sits down during the national anthem. LeBron James goes out of his way. That's why he'll never be the GOAT. Goes out of his way to desecrate the United States of America. But he's made hundreds of millions of dollars. The guy came from nowhere. He came from abject poverty. He should love this country with every fiber of his being, but he doesn't. They take it for granted. They spit on it, just like this mook, Steve Kerr. But wait, it gets worse. Check this out. Milwaukee Bucks head coach Doc Rivers says Renee Good was just trying to go home and was straight up unalived. Watch this.
In Minnesota was a straight up murder, in my opinion. And it's awful. This lady was probably trying to go home and she didn't make it home, and that's really sad. So the whole ICE thing it's a travesty. It's clearly, to me, we're attacking brown people. And I just happen to be brown. And I don't think it should just be brown people who are upset at this. I think we all have to be. I don't care what side of this thing you are on politically. What's going on in our country right now is absolutely wrong as far as the race stuff. The politics, I'm not going to get into. The race stuff, I will. And it's just wrong, and we have to do something. But the only thing we can do right now is keep speaking up, because it doesn't seem like they care. And that's troublesome. Last thing I'm going to say, because I don't want to stay on this, but I could. I keep thinking about kids. And when I grew up, the president was always the role model. And I think about that and the effect of being a bully, lying. How is that good for our kids? And that worries me for our future. So I'll stop there.
I don't even know where to begin with that drivel. That repulsive, disgusting shortcut to thinking. The most unintelligent, unintelligible press conference. Again, this went out to the entire world. NBA, you need to fire this sorry individual who has zero facts, probably hasn't even seen any of the footage, did zero critical thinking, says she was probably just trying to go home, as far as I can tell. This is about brown people. What about the kids? If you cared about the kids, what about Laken Riley? She was a kid. She was only 19 years old. She was unalived. What about Patty Marin? Patty Marin's daughter, Rachel. What about Jocelyn Nungary? You don't care about them kids, do you? This is preposterous. Oh, she was probably just trying to go home. Did you see the footage matching beneath that? Her dancing, her obstructing. There's also, and I'm not, I feel sad. It was tragic. That shouldn't have happened. She should have complied. Make complying to law enforcement great again. She should have been with her kids. What are you doing? You risk your life? You attack law enforcement officers for complete stranger, criminal, illegal aliens, and you want my sympathy? No, my sympathy's with the victims, not the criminals. My sympathy's with the people keeping my streets of my neighborhood safe so my kids can walk to school feeling secure. So law-abiding, tax-paying, hardworking citizens get what they deserve, get what their taxes should be going toward. I've got just one more clip to share with you because this one just makes me so mad. And this is, you guys can make a difference, by the way. I know some of you were thinking there and sitting there going, Nez, how can I make a difference? What am I going to do? The NBA is going to go on. This is a multi-billion dollar organization. No. You've made a difference. Look what happened to Bud Light. Look what happened to these news organizations, CNN, MSNBC changed their branding. It got so bad. CNN fired fake Don Lemon and Joyless Reed. And all these people, you make a difference with your dollar and your hand on that remote. What you click to watch and what you consume and what you spend your money on. Bud Light completely, they lost billions of dollars over what they tried to do with their brand and going woke. They tried to go woke for 2.5 seconds and realized that was the most expensive mistake they ever made. Now they've come around. You can make a difference. I'll tell you one thing I'm going to be doing. I'm never watching the NBA again. If you're with me, give me a yeah in the comment. The NBA is garbage and trash anyway. LeBum has destroyed this league. Kobe, Michael, and the rest of the legends, ever since they left, this thing has gone downhill fast, like a speeding hot mess. But this just cements it for me. I tried to give him a chance. But after this, if you don't terminate these guys, unless Adam Silver, if you're watching this, Adam, Mr. Silver, you need to make an example of these anti-American, these are the true treasonous vermin who are making multi-million dollars coaching a little pathetic game, doing nothing, contributing nothing to society, and then going on a national platform representing you and eviscerating the legacy, the integrity, the dignity of the United States and all the people who fought and sacrificed for it. Shame on you, NBA. If you don't terminate these guys, fire these guys, it's all over. I'm never watching you again. If you're with me, give me a yeah. Now, a lot of you guys, unless you're Gen X, you might not know who this next individual is. But this is one of the worst human beings to ever walk the earth. This is another guy, Dave Matthews. I call him Dave Donkey Face Matthews. And here's what he had to say about the hardworking, dedicated law enforcement officers who are just simply doing their job and carrying out the will of the American people.
I don't want my taxes to pay for ICE, to masked thugs to roam our streets and terrorize our communities and rip families apart. We should be taking care of each other. We should be minding each other. We should be housing the homeless. We shouldn't be, throwing people to the ground. Which brings me to Renee Nicole Good, murdered in front of her fellow citizens in Minneapolis, murdered in the streets. And no matter what narrative this administration is trying to sell us, we can see the videos. Maybe if they show you one and they slow it down and they tell you where to look, you might think maybe there's a chance that the gunman felt threatened. But from most angles, near and far, looks like she was trying to get away. And he shot her 3 times in the head. Murdered in cold blood.
You might not even know who that is. He is an absolute disgrace, but this guy's made billions of dollars. If you're Gen X, you definitely know who he is. He's it's like one of the biggest bands, of all time. commercially speaking, not artistically. I think he sings like a dying pelican. That's just me. But that's Dave Matthews Band right there. No critical thinking. Oh, maybe they might show a couple of angles, but no, actually, no. I mean, to say those words, it's like blaming a dog for their behavior when it's not the dog, it's the owner. And I'm not trying to make any parallels metaphorically that ICE agents or law enforcement officials are dogs and just obedient, whatever, but they're just following orders. They're simply doing their job. This was commandeered to them from people, their superiors, which goes all the way to the top, to elected officials, to the commander-in-chief, our president, who the American people voted for. So you attacking them, you're attacking us. You're attacking our process. You're attacking the Constitution. You're attacking a democratically elected official in an open and free society governed by these constitutional statutes, period, point blank. So it's just insane to me that you could use this brown and black people, masked thugs. It's race. It's all about race. This was cold-blooded. It's completely nuts. Boycott Dave Matthews Band. Boycott the NBA. You can make a difference. And again, it's baffling to me how they always protect the criminal. Always, every single time. Check out this clip. I have to share this. This is Portland Police Chief F. Day, who's weeping. He's actually weeping after ICE agents in self-defense shot 2 Tren de Aragua gang members. I can't believe this is reality.
I want to speak for just a moment specifically to my Latino community. It saddens me that we even have to qualify these remarks, because I understand, or at least have attempted to understand through your voices, your concern, your fear, your anger. This information in no way is meant to disparage or to condone or support or agree with any of the actions that occurred yesterday. But it is important that we stay committed to the rule of law, that we stay committed to the facts.
I just don't understand what's going on in our country right now. I don't understand what's happening. Are they just all swallowing the toxic porridge that is being beamed to them through these woke media apparatus, corporate press outlets? Is it the politicians? Is it a combination of the two? Is it super consumption TDS, no return TDS? I don't know what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But we're living in the age of absurdism. As the great Rudyard Kipling, one of my favorite poets, once said, if you can keep your head when all are losing theirs and blaming it on you, will be a man, my son. We have to keep our heads because these people have lost it. They're blaming us. They've lost the plot completely. Okay, on to some good news. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. This is one of the biggest honors of my life. Commander, Border Patrol ICE Commander-in-Chief of Operations, Greg Bovino, just followed us on X. This is truly one of the biggest honors of my life. You can see there I reposted him saying, following, sir, and thank you. We are with you, and we have the taxpayers back. And I quote posted him saying, I'm truly honored, sir. Everybody should follow Commander Gregory Bovino and follow me on X too. You can see right there. That's my handle right there, at Professor Nez. The links should be easy to find me on. I mean, there's a lot of imposters, but make sure you see the verified and the @ handle. Everybody follow me and follow Commander Greg Bovino. Why this is big for us is because we're growing. We're consolidating our community, people who care about our country, people who want to see our country safe, wants practicality, common sense values back, as Thomas Paine wrote during the revolution in the 1770s. We want to see the America that we all grew up in for our grandkids, as grandchildren. And so this is huge. Our community is growing, the movement is growing, and you are a huge part of that. So let them know how you feel in the comments down below. Tap the thumbs up if you love America. Nez, why do you keep asking us to do that? Because it helps us get our message out there. It tells the algorithm, push these videos to more people. The more people we can get, the more we can grow. It's better for everybody, especially these United States of America, which is the lighthouse to the rest of the world. So tap the thumbs up. Share this with everybody. I love you. And don't forget to check out these videos, especially this one I just posted. Go watch that one next. Tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. It doesn't cost you a thing. And as always, may God bless you, and may God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.